Felicitate Dr. PLT Girija, Ayurvedacharya and Nutritionist Chennai. Next we request Thiru Kishore, social worker, who will felicitate Thiru Atul Jain, General Secretary, Deendayal Research Institute, Delhi. Thank you, ma'am. We request Thiru Kishore, social worker, to felicitate Thiru Atul Jain, General Secretary, Deendayal Research Institute, Delhi. We now request Thiru Nitin to felicitate Thiru Devendra Jain, Trustee, Samast Mahajan, Mumbai. The Honorable Governor and the dignitaries were felicitated with a traditional garland, the Angavastram and goodies from Harvest Bites. Thank you, thank you. Following the felicitation, ladies and gentlemen, we have the audio-visual presentation about Deendayal Research Institute, Delhi.
The DRI, Deendayal Research Institute, an epitome of the Indian approach to development, a model of integral humanism in action, a unique creation of a modern-day rishi, Nanaji Deshmukh, now a Bharat Ratna, who cherished the dream of a holistic model of development and then translated it into a reality. After the untimely demise of his dear friend Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay, Nanaji resolved to take this philosophy ahead. Through his philosophy of integral humanism, Panditji had put forth a holistic model of development that was intrinsic to a truly Bharatiya approach towards life. When we attained freedom in 1947, the dilemma before our rulers was as to which model should India adopt for its development: capitalism, communism, or socialism. At that time, Panditji presented before the nation a philosophy that was ingrained in our native thought process. After his death in 1968, Nanaji founded DRI to elaborate before the nation various aspects and dimensions of Panditji's philosophy of integral humanism. One of the foremost pracharaks of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, Nanaji had read the pulse of the nation. He had no doubts that decentralization of governance was panacea to all its ills. He was at the pinnacle of his glory when Nanaji announced renunciation from active politics and took a plunge into the Herculean task of social transformation without being dependent on the government. With people's initiative, their participation and their involvement. And in a few months, Gonda model was there before the nation, towering high.
दीनदयाल शोध संस्थान ने महात्मा गांधी और दीनदयाल उपाध्याय के मार्गदर्शन के अनुसार गांव-गांव में प्रत्येक आबादी को स्वावलंबी और स्वाभिमानी और कर्तृत्ववान बनाने का प्रयास किया। ईश्वर कृपा से इन प्रयासों को व्यावहारिक धरातल पर सफलता मिल रही है।
Nanaji made socio-economic transformation through rural reconstruction the mission of his life. Naturally, eradication of poverty was his first and foremost objective. And to achieve this first zero, he embarked upon a model that would strive for 4 other zeros. Zero unemployment, zero illiteracy, zero disease, and zero conflict. Though Nanaji wanted people to go back to their roots, he always wanted them to be in tune with the current times. He never shied from adopting modern technology, though he always underlined its appropriateness for the village that was adopting it. His sublime mantra was employing traditional wisdom with scientific temper. After a successful experiment in Gonda, 1978 onwards, he marched towards another backward district, Beed in Maharashtra, and finally he landed in Chitrakoot, the abode of Vanvasi Ram, which he made the laboratory of his experiments with integral humanism.
खेतों में फिर नाचेगी फसलों की नई जवानी, खेतों में फिर नाचेगी फसलों की नई जवानी, दुल्हन बनकर फिर से सजेगी अपनी धरती रानी, अपनी धरती रानी। हर हाथ को देंगे काम, हर खेत को देंगे पानी, हर हाथ को देंगे काम, हर खेत को देंगे पानी।
He evolved a model that would take care of all human faculties, man, buddhi, atma, sharir, that is, body, mind and soul, with heart at the center.
ये तो एक हम मॉडल बना रहे हैं कि पूरा समाज कैसा होना चाहिए, इसलिए हमने 500 गांव इसके लिए सिलेक्ट किए हैं। 1-2 गांव में नहीं कर रहे हैं, जिनमें है मानव की सब जातियां आती है, मानव के मजहब आती, सब प्रकार का मानव आता है। तो ये मिलकर के एक किस प्रकार मानव का जीवन बराबर विकसित हो सकता है, सुखी हो सकता है, आनंदमय हो सकता है, उपकारक हो सकता है, इसका एक मॉडल तैयार करने की जरूरत है।
And the entire edifice of his vision is reflected in various projects of DRI. Ram Darshan, Geetham, Udyamita Vidyapeeth, schools and Gurukul, farm science centers, and Jan Shikshan Sansthans. Ram Darshan is an example of his exceptional vision and creativity too. It brings people closer to Bhagwan Ram's social aspects. This beautiful and divine creation has become a center of attraction for lakhs of people in the entire region. Blending modern science with indigenous knowledge systems, Nanaji laid great emphasis on appropriate technology in agriculture. 4 KVKs run by DRI excel in demonstrating modern tools for traditional agriculture. Animal husbandry, Go Seva in particular, was at the core of Nanaji's heart. DRI was among the first organizations in the country which established a cow research center to work on indigenous breeds and their usefulness in agriculture and other human pursuits, including nutrition and medicine. Nanaji believed that entrepreneurship is one of the basic instincts of Indians. To help them upgrade their skills in various trades and occupations, Nanaji opened Udyamita Vidyapeeth and supplemented its efforts through JSS. Geetham is yet another unique creation of Nanaji. He had firm faith in the holistic system of healthcare. He always strove to evolve an indigenous and local system based on yoga, naturopathy, and Ayurveda. DRI's own Rasshala and Dadima Ka Batua are living examples of Nanaji's ingenuity.
Our workers have graduate husband and wife. They are living with these people, where newly married couples.
Nanaji urged newlywed graduate couples to live among the villagers, interact with them, understand them, their needs, their aspirations, their problems. The villagers should also be encouraged to come forward with solutions to these problems.
मैं अपने लिए नहीं, अपनों के लिए हूँ. अपने वे हैं जो पीड़ित और उपेक्षित हैं.
We at DRI swear by it.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now request Dr. Amit Goswami, the Associate Editor of Poshan Utsav, to give introduction to the program.
A very good evening, a very good morning to one and all. Ravi ko namaskar. We are here for the regional launch of this Poshan Atlas, celebrating nutrition through cultural wisdoms. This is basically sixth in the series of this regional launch, and we are launching it in all the state and union territories of our country because it's cover all the cultural wisdom of food and nutrition of our country. This program was first launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji along with Shri Bill Gates. Followed by, we are launching it in different states. We have already launched in Kerala, Punjab, Gujarat, and other states. This is sixth in the series, as I discussed. And I am basically an agriculture scientist, so I can assure you that our nutritional security is basically through cultural wisdoms, which is transferring from one generation to another generation through our forefathers, our mothers and sisters. And the cultural practice is the best way for our nutritional security, and we assure you that through this compilation we can transfer this knowledge from one generation to another generations with the help of you all, you young generation and other dignitaries who is sitting off the dais. Like you people, we are able to transfer the information from one generation to other generation, as these practice which we compile in this nutritional atlas is basically time tested. So this is the best way for transferring one generation to another generation the nutritional wisdom of our country. And we are planning to launch it in all the states through the hands of honorable governors and chief minister of the states. And also we are trying to publish this nutritional atlas in different regional languages with the help of National Book Trust. So we request you all to kindly join us with this movement of spreading cultural wisdoms through traditional practices by spreading this news of this Poshan Atlas. This is basically for the young generations who is basically, if they are healthy, happy, fit, then our country will move forward in a very healthy note. So thank you one and all for joining us. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. We now request Padma Shri Dr. Jatinder Bajaj, Director, Center for Policy Studies, Chennai, to address the gathering.
Namaskar. His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of this great state of Tamil Nadu, my dear friend Atul Jain, my long time colleague and friend, Dr. Girija. She is a great doctor of this city. And Anup Agrawala of Smart Mahajan. Is it right? Devendra Jan. I just asked you. Devendra Jan of Smart Mahajan. And all of you who have come this morning on our invitation, I know it's a great effort to reach here in the morning traffic of Chennai. And I'm thankful to all of you that you have honored our invitation. But I also must tell you that your coming here is going to be fruitful because you're going to watch the launch, original launch they are calling, of an extraordinary book that Atul Jain and his team have written. This is not really a book. They have called it Poshan Utsav. It is celebration of food. Celebration of food of different parts of India, of different people of India, foods of different occasions. They have written about all this. They have talked about different kinds of foods, prasadams of different temples, the ordinary khichdi that we eat in many forms and call it many names. And they've talked about the high sweets that are made in different parts of India. They've also talked about the variety of dips, variety of chutneys that we use and make in different parts of India. So it is really a celebration of the food that we Indians eat. When I was reading this book, I recalled when long ago I was trying to look at the literature of classical literature of Ayurveda in India, and I had come across a book with the name Kshem Kutuhalam. Is an extraordinary text of Bhakya Shastra, and the number of names that you have mentioned of different kinds of food, I have first come across in that book, Kshem Kutuhalam. India has not only a culture, but also a science of food, and Kshem Kutuhalam is part of that science of food. Atul Jain has been telling me that one of the inspirations for the book that they have created is one book that we had written in early 90s by the title Annam Bahu Kurvita, the celebrating the Indian discipline of growing